on that side.
Mm-hmm.
You probably had a conception of what you wanted to accomplish in spring.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the point A to point B do you think you got, and what are some of the differences in the offense?
Yeah, I think I like where we are right now. We made some progress in spring practice. Obviously some carryover from last year as far as what we're doing, but then some new stuff as well. But I thought the transition went very well. Obviously got a lot of work to do as we go through the summer, but I like where we are right now for sure. I got a lot of youth on our offense and eager to see how quickly they can grow up and mature. And then differences, a few here and there. I mean, the biggest thing for us is we played pretty good offensively down the stretch last year and continuing to build on the things that we did well. And then there's no doubt that we have to be more consistent than what we were last year as an offense.
How would a fan watching your team maybe notice differences once you roll it out against North Carolina? Anything really subtle, or we may use this guy differently or this position differently?
Yeah, if it was subtle, I wouldn't say anything right now because then I'd be giving away what we'd be doing against North Carolina. But no, I think there'll be some things that are different. But again, no matter who's calling it and what you're running offensively, it's always about what your players do well. So for us, it's spring practice, the 15 practices we had were really about let's figure out what we do well as an offense, where our strengths are, and accentuate those. And then when we get to, every game's different, but I think we've got a lot more. I don't want to say a lot more, but there's probably more flexibility position-wise in what we're doing, and hopefully a little bit. Not that we were complicated last year, but certainly have tried to streamline things and make it simple for a lot of the young players that we're going to have to play this year to learn things quickly.
When you go on the road, meet with fans, do these events, what are the things they want to talk to you about?
Oh, man. The offense, they ask about certain players, obviously, but it's I love coming out to these events, especially, this time. We're coming off a season that had a lot of excitement and some great wins down the stretch for us last year. So it's humbling for me to be at these events and hear from so many Gamecocks about how important this football program is to them, how important this athletic program is to them, and how excited they are about what we did last season, but also where we're going as a program.
You guys had 5 guys selected in the NFL draft, I think the most in nearly a decade, right? So how rewarding is that for you as a coach to see these guys live out their dreams and hopefully continue to build on that draft success moving forward?
Yeah, it's really awesome to see those guys go on to the NFL and accomplish that dream, but then also to graduate from South Carolina as well, which they did, is pretty cool for those guys and proud of them and grateful for those guys. Guys like Zach Pickens from here in the upstate, and couldn't be more excited for him graduating from Carolina, having the year that he had, and then getting drafted. Fired up for him and all of our guys as well. So that's what they come to school for, is to have an opportunity to play at the next level, but then also to graduate from our university, and they were able to accomplish that, and I can't wait to follow them going forward.
I was able to take a crash course in the Palmetto Bowl this year, and the thing that all of you talked about was these events are way better when you've beaten Clemson. Have you already felt that? You mentioned the momentum too. I mean, you also had so many big wins this year on top of that one. But
yeah.
Is that without a doubt what you hear most about it? And to feel that, to
yeah,
feel the experience.
I've had people stand up at these events and just stand up and say thank you, for beating Clemson, and that's obviously a program and a coach that we have a lot of respect for. And I said it on the field after the game when we won that game this year. I know how important that rivalry is, or that game is, to the people of this state. So rewarding for that reason, obviously, and then it makes these events a lot more exciting as well. I'm sure it'll be probably at an all-time high here in Greenville, probably better than some of the events that I've been at already. I know these people will really be excited about that win, living here in this area.
What's the office like right now for you, as Shane Beamer sits alone in his office right now, waiting for the crowd to show back up out of your window? What are you going through right now? What are these moments like as you prepare for another season?
Yeah, it's I know it's cliche, but just kind of the process of trying to get better each day. And there's just so much, even though it's a slow time for us, there's just so much still going on from a recruiting standpoint, transfer portal. Our players will come back for a summer school here in a few weeks, and getting ready for preseason practice in August. So for me, it's a lot of planning, a lot of recruiting, and then just a lot of excitement about where we are right now as a program and the progress that we've made, but also a great respect for all the work that still has to be done as well.
Any big plans for the SEC Media Day?
Not yet, but like the Soulja Boy video last year, I literally found that out like that morning that I was doing it. So I have no idea. Usually they don't give me enough time to think about it. They just tell me, be here at this time and here's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure it'll be something good.
It's like you're with a studio and they've got you under contract.
Pretty much.
Marquis Anderson, the value of
Yeah.
getting him in spring based on the injuries and attrition on the offensive line. So, I mean, what is the realistic possibility he sees quality playing time come the fall?
Yeah, no, Marquis will play this year. He's what a really good player from Dorman. What a great young man. He's so smart. That's the thing. It was obviously a benefit for him going through spring practice with us, but he's just so football intelligent. Like, he's really, really smart from a football standpoint and academic standpoint. But going through spring practice was a great benefit for him. He's a really good player, and with our depth on the offensive line, he's going to play this year. And you know, it's harder for true freshmen to play the closer they are to the ball, in my opinion, meaning linemen. But if anybody can do it, it's Marquis, and couldn't be more excited about, you know, having someone from Dorman in our program, and couldn't be more excited about it being him.
And I know Marcellus Dial, I've seen some preseason hype for him.
Yeah.
Is it noticeable when you watch him, either in practice or in the spring game, about maybe a jump he's made?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think the thing for him, he made some really big plays down the stretch for us last year, and he made some huge plays against Clemson, and we left him and our other defensive backs pretty much on an island the entire game, and he made some big-time plays, one-on-one, 50-50 balls against Clemson. That gave him, not that he didn't already have it, gave him great confidence, I think. Played well in the bowl game as the starter, and he's picked up where he left off. So proud of that young man and all the progress that he's made on and off the field, and really excited to watch him this season.